Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of K.G.L.W. Weekly. Last week we had a little bit more news. We got the levitation sessions as well as we got some more Timeland news. We didn't get that much this week. It was, the holidays, so it was kind of a little more slow. However, we did get a funny Timeland Juice video that they put out on their YouTube channel.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me.
What's up with you?
As well as King.G.L.W. has been doing some really cool sets based on specific themes in Brisbane, Australia. Sorry if I mispronounced that or got that wrong. But it was a really cool, from the videos I saw, it looked really, really cool. And I'll be ranking the nights and which ones I think would be the coolest to go to or the most fun to go to. Although they all looked really, really awesome. So I'll be ranking those set lists for you guys on this episode of K.G.L.W. Weekly. First off, I want to say I hope you guys all had a really good holiday break. I got some awesome King.G.L.W. stuff, including this new shirt, as well as my Nana who watches these videos, so shout out to her. She got me a King.G.L.W. shirt as well. I forgot it at home, as well as all the vinyls that I also got, which will also be in the photo. But really awesome time. Hope you guys got some cool King.G.L.W. stuff if it was on your Christmas wish list. And it was a really awesome time. Also, this has nothing to do with my channel at all, but I saw the new Spider-Man movie and it kicked ass. So if you guys really like that movie, don't talk about any spoilers. I'll remove them because spoilers suck. But if you want to talk about how awesome the movie was, you can do it in the comments below. Anyway, on that note, let's get into Timeland Juice. King.G.L.W. put out a really funny video, and if you saw on my channel, I actually made kind of like a parody video of what they put out, the Timeland Juice video.
First one's here we go, let's go!
Yoo-hoo!
But it was really funny. Joey Walker and Cavs, they're driving in the car, and then they get to the festival, and they're like, they think they're the first ones there for the Timeland Festival. And there's somebody already there, and it turns out to be Ambrose.
Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, Hans, want some of this Timeland Juice? Yeah, the way looks a good shit, brother. Oh, you're alright, Hans.
That shit is just water.
And he's drinking this Timeland Juice, and it's really, really funny. And I love this wasn't new. They kind of just put the promo that they had already put out at the end. But I really, really enjoy the Timeland thing that they kind of got going on. I think this album's gonna be really weird. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully it's on New Year's. But something I kind of thought of is everyone has been kind of assuming Timeland to be a 2020 album. But if it drops at midnight Australian time, which is what I think will probably happen, and then it'll drop worldwide, again, that's just by speculation, I don't know if it'll count as a 2020 album or a 2021 album, or not, a 2021 or 2022 album. That's what I meant to say there. Again, we've been like, we'll get 3 albums this year, but this album could end up just being a 2022 album and included with the group, as well as there's the hard rock or the heavy metal album coming out that we got with Gaia and that single. And then also, I actually just thought of this. It skipped my mind. King.G.L.W. actually mentioned in an interview, or Stu McKenzie did in an interview, that there's like a Jams album coming or something like that it's already complete. So I'll be kind of posting his quote on the screen right now, but right now it sounds like that's completely done. I don't know if he said anything else in the interview about the heavy metal stuff, but that's a really awesome. That's really awesome to hear. I really like the Jams songs that they played at the Jams night, which I'll be getting into later. And so again, that sounds really awesome, and I'm really looking forward to 2022. Like I said, the videos have been really, really cool to see, and again, hope you guys all had a really good time if you were able to go. Unfortunately, there was like a COVID case or something like that, and it canceled night 5, which was the heavy metal night. And so that's really unfortunate for some, because I'm assuming there were some people that only wanted to go to that night, and then you waited the first 4 days, and then that day 5 happened. So I'm sure that wasn't, it sucked. So I don't know if I'm going to really be basing a ton on the videos I've seen, because I'm going to be kind of going on the set list and kind of imagining how the songs would have sounded, and just ranking these nights for you guys. And because again, if you only had to go to one of them, which one would you pick? Again, this is really, really tough. And I would go to any of these nights. And King.G.L.W. sounds like they switch up their set lists every concert. So if I went and they only did whatever I think is number 5 that I wouldn't leave disappointed. Again, if I had to rank my choice of which one I would go to, this is it. Anyway, so number 5 is the Microtonal Night, which I don't mean to diss the Microtonal Night. Again, it's just the quality of how these other nights are that make me kind of lean away from that one specifically, considering the material in the other nights. There's some really awesome highlights in this concert, like Plura. Up next on the album is Plura, which is a song that I initially thought was pretty decent, but I have grown to I exercise my right to die. Love that song. Odd Life, I really enjoy Odd Life. It's got the K.G.L.W. intro, which I think if that was the intro for every concert that they do, that would be kind of cool. I really love D-Day. That's what I would love to be able to see that one or hear that one. Again, I'm not saying this show was, bad. I keep saying that. Again, I think you guys understand. I really enjoy all their music, and but of the choices, this is my number 5. Number 4 on my list is the Heavy Metal Night. And for some, this is probably blasphemous, because I know a lot of people, just the heavy metal experience of the King Gizzard shows is probably the highlight. I've never been to one of their concerts before, so I can't really, say, and I've never been to a heavy metal concert anytime else. I would love to be at, their shows and they play that music. It sounds like they're playing, or they would have played all of Infest the Rat's Nest. Hell is probably my favorite song from that album. And they also had a few others. I think Great Chain of Being was also supposed to be played. The K.G.L.W. outro was supposed to be played. So it's really unfortunate that got canceled. This set has absolutely incredible bangers. Hearing an entire album live would be such an awesome experience. It's just the top 3 picks I think I would prefer to go to over the heavy metal set. This was insanely difficult picking my number 3 pick. I was between number 3 and number 2. Number 1 is pretty definitive, but my number 3 pick, it's gonna be the Acoustic Night, which is very tough because compared to what's number 2, there's a lot more songs. So I would get more, taste of the Giz verse. However, I'll get more into why I chose number 2 when I do it. But this set has some really awesome songs, and you also get the acoustic vibe of the set, which is pretty unique. There was the debut of Most of What I Like. You had Sense, The River. It just seemed like a really awesome show, and I know I would have enjoyed it. So it's tough, and I'm picking number 1 for a specific reason too, which kind of contradicts why I'm not picking this one. But again, it looks really awesome, and it's my number 3 pick. Getting to number 2, again, it was tough picking. Again, I would maybe just go to the top 3 if I was short on money. I would maybe save up and go to those, but number 2 is the Jams Night. This show had less songs compared to number 3. However, the quality of the songs is just too good. The videos, from what I've seen, like I said, there's fewer songs, but the songs they were playing would go on longer. You had Sea of Trees, which is a really underrated song from 12 Bar Brews. It had like a 12-minute version of it or something like that. That's really cool. Head on Pill, top 3 song for me. Float Along, Fill Your Lungs, that is probably my favorite King Gizzard album closer. Just so good, and the quality of the songs in this night are enough. And you get the jam versions of these songs, which last longer, so it kind of makes up for the fewer of them. But again, this night would just be amazing. And finally, my number 1 pick, wrapping up this list and video, is the Garage Rock Night. The Garage Rock Night just has too many absolutely bangers for me not to pick it at number 1. It has the Mind Fuzz medley. It's got Nonagon songs. It's got some old classics on there. Like I saw some 12 Bar Brews songs on the list. It just looks like that would be the show I would want to go to the most. And the video, there's actually a lack of videos from this show I've seen compared to the other ones. But this would be my number 1 pick. And I want to hear what you guys think. What nights would you have gone to? And if you did go to any of them, which one did you go to and what did you think of it? Looked like there's some really cool merch at these shows, so tell me your experiences in the comments. And this is going to be the last video before apparently Timeland might drop. I might make like a special K.G.L.W.eekly and post it a day early or something like that. if Timeland drops, giving my thoughts on it, or maybe I'll wait till Sunday so I can let it process a little bit before I give my thoughts. But that is this week's episode of K.G.L.W.eekly. Hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you guys soon.